We have now entered the last 2 weeks of season 12.
It's the final countdown.
Exactly. That's the exact song that was in my head. Wow.
Oh, hell.
And we got some exciting news to tell you guys. So, let's go.
Hit it.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up. I got to thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah! Season 13 is a-coming, folks, and it's coming fast.
And it's going to be big.
Oh my gosh, is it ever. Good morning, and welcome one and all to the fabulous, fantastic football Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. As I mentioned, the last 2 weeks of season 12, and I can't believe I'm saying that.
Wild.
I can't believe I'm saying that. It's wild considering all, I say it again, all the starts and stops, the beginnings, the ends. I actually, and you remember this, dog, I put the show on ice for 3 months while I was living in LaPorte, Indiana. I brought the curtain down, but the fire wouldn't go away. So right when I came back to Michigan City from my time in Jasper, Indiana, started back up again. Started back up again. That was 2017.
Yeah, I remember that.
Started back up in 2017. No one never considered the show on ice because I kept running replays of it to keep it alive, you know?
Yeah.
And here we are heading into season 13. Labor Day starts the 13th season of Snowman in the Morning, and it's going to be huge.
More on that to come.
More on that to come, absolutely. But for now,
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Dietz.
That's not just a murmur. That's a full-blown fibrillation.
Chris Dietz is with us. Good morning, Dietz. How are you?
Morning. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, Dietzy?
Oh, just the normal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad
Madden logic.
Dog's here because I had the most Madden of Madden plays happen over the weekend.
Like
Let's
I
see it.
just
Let's
said,
hear it.
more Madden logic.
Let's hear it. May as well since it's a football Friday. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right. So there's 3 of them. So one of them just happened last night. So I haven't really had time to process it, but it is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So I was returning a punt.
Oh boy.
And I'm returning the punt, and I see the guy in front of me get blocked to where he's getting knocked to the ground, right?
Yeah.
He's spinning around, and he hits the ground. He hits the ground enough to where the AI makes my punt returner jump over him. Okay? Now, I'm like, okay, the guy, he jumps over him because the guy's falling on the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's where it goes, Madden.
Oh no.
This guy, while he was on the ground, on his knees, was able to hit my punt returner so hard that it knocked my punt returner into the air and caused him to fumble the football. This all happened at the same time. He was knocked to the ground and still hit my guy so hard he flew in the air.
BGS, help us here.
What? But that's not the worst one. The worst one was actually done by me.
Oh no. What did you do?
So let me just set this up for you. So I had a 3rd down play where they came out in goal line, so I decided to run a slant, and all my guy has to do is throw it to the receiver. Throw it anywhere near him, and it's a touchdown. Well,
okay, so you had the open slant route on the outside. Okay.
Instead of throwing to the outside where the receiver is, the quarterback, for some reason, decided to throw it straight down the middle of the field where no one is.
No. Oh, no.
So rightfully, I was pissed off. So now it's 4th down, and I'm thinking I should go for it and just do the same play and hope that things work. But I was so mad. I was like, you know what? If I don't get it, I'm going to be even more mad. So I'm just going to punt it. So I punt the ball, right? So I punt the ball, and I'm like, all right, let me punt and get this out of my system. And I said, you know what? No, not getting this out of my system. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit stick the punt returner no matter what happens. I don't care if he has the ball. I don't care if he fair catches it. I'm just going to crush this dude.
Oh, no.
So I punt it, and my guy gets a free release, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to kill this guy, and it's going to be great. Here's where Madden goes Madden again.
Oh, no.
So now I really thought, I was like, oh, I hit stick them early. I was like, oh, I hit him early. But I don't see a flag. So I'm like, maybe I did it. Maybe I timed this just perfectly. Like maybe I actually timed it perfectly. Here's what happened. The punt returner caught the ball while getting hit sticked. Not only did he catch the ball, the punt returner was able to catch the ball and break a tackle at the same time. He was able to catch a punt and take a hit to the chest and not go down and break and not go down and not have his chest cavity caved in. Like, I'm gonna do this for the YouTube viewing public.
Yes.
I'll try to describe it for the radio, but the guy is literally looking up in the air, touching the ball like this, with his chin up, taking a helmet to the chest. Again, if anyone were able to do this in real life, they would be superhuman.
Yes.
Like, and this,
Okay,
this
okay,
is what,
okay.
this is
Hold up,
why-
hold up.
This is
Let
why
me
we
get this
bring.
straight.
This is why we bring this up. We bring this up not to. I mean, we bring it up because it's funny.
Mhm.
It's absolutely hilarious.
It's hilarious.
But at
It's
the
hilarious.
same time, this is what breaks Madden. This is what breaks you from playing Madden. This is what breaks the immersion. When you see things like this, you go, "That's not real."
Right.
Okay.
No one can do
Hold
that.
the phone a minute. Hold the phone a minute. So you mean to tell me this dude was looking up, catching the ball? You Roman Reigns his ass, and he broke it.
And he broke the tackle.
He
while
broke the
catching
spear.
punt.
You speared him, and he broke the tackle.
He broke the spear, and it's impossible to do both. Like I said,
No, you can't.
one punt. Catching a punt, you have to be up. Your hands have to be out. In order to break a tackle, you have to have your shoulder dipped down.
Yeah, your shoulders have to be
No
down
way to do all of these things at the same time.
while
Yet
you're
the
getting
game-
speared.
Yet the game was locked into an animation of this guy's going to break the first tackle that comes, no matter what happened, no matter when it comes. It was locked into the animation, so no matter what happened, I was dying. I watched the replay for like 20 minutes straight of just this guy's catching the ball and breaking tackles. There's no way. No, if someone did this, they would be the greatest person ever created.
As the master teacher says best.
Now that's some bullshit.
Exactly.
And to honor the late.
So that happened. I mean, this is just things that happen. And again, we've talked about it, and people bring it up all the time. Why do you talk about video games? One, because it's funny, and two, because
let me
this
add
is what video games are supposed to be. You're supposed to get some kind of like, oh, that could really happen.
Yeah.
There's no way this could happen.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Let me add to that because I was playing MLB The Show last night.
Oh, no.
I was taking somebody on because, online features and all that.
Yep.
So we were playing at the Field of Dreams, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Make this make sense. I've got one inning, I had Andrew Jones at the plate. He hits 113 mile an hour, perfect line out. But
line out?
Later, line out. 113 mile an hour. But yet again, the next inning, I'm able to crush a slider that is 3 inches inside off the zone with Salvador Perez at 95 miles an hour. I'm able to crush that over the wall.
How?
Make that make sense.
How? Just plain.
I don't know.
How?
I turned on the thing apparently and got it over, but make it make sense where I'm able to hit a home run with Salvi on a slider that's 3 inches inside. But yet again, I hit a perfect line out with Andrew Jones on a cutter that's inner half but still over the dish. Make it make sense.
This is why my old ass sticks with the basics for video games.
It's Field of Dreams, man. What else can you say?
This is why I
Kevin
stick.
Costner was throwing the ball.
That's some Bull Durham right there.
That's both of them. That's Field of Dreams and Bull Durham. Oh my gosh!
And the Rookie and all the other Kevin Costner movies.
Yep.
And how many? Dude, he's done like at least 4 baseball movies.
Yeah,
he has.
And not the same franchise. Not like Charlie Sheen doing Major League or whatever.
Right.
Like 4 completely different baseball movies.
4 completely different baseball movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is why when it comes to, and I love the baseball video games, okay? I do. I love watching them on YouTube. I love watching people play this.
I was actually thinking of streaming MLB The Show either tomorrow or Sunday.
Go for it. I cannot play these games. I admit it. Being a sports fanatic, being a sports nut, being a sports nerd, I cannot play this stuff because I have been asked. No, change that word. I have been challenged to play those games from some friends of mine.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No. I said, why not? I'm old. I'm old and I'm old school. Up, down, left, right, shoot, and jump. That's it. That's it for me. I never even I played one game of Madden and I didn't even finish the darn thing. Why? Because my opponent, who was sitting right next to me, was flipping all these combos. I just threw the controller down and said, I quit, and I walked off. And he said, get back here. You got to finish the game.
No,
I'm not finishing this game against you. You have obviously played this much longer than I. But we have 3 full quarters. Play the computer. I'm done. That's the only time I played Madden, and that's the only time I ever messed around with PlayStation. That's it. My mother even gave me a used PlayStation. You know what that thing was? A paperweight. When I was living in Gary, and dog, you remember this. I was living in Gary, Indiana at the time. And my mother gave me a used PlayStation.
Yep.
I put that up in the closet and never pulled it out again. I had one experience with Madden, and I ain't going back. I'll watch it. I'll watch people play it. I'll watch Dietz and Dog and everybody else streaming while they're playing it, but I will never play it. I am old and I'm old school. As I said, up, down, left, right, shoot, and jump. I got as far as with the gaming console. Well, since we're inside the arcade, I may as well do this. Since we're inside the arcade, I may as well do that.
Anyone find Aaron Rodgers yet? He still has all our quarters.
I think Mike Tomlin took half of them. 17 after the hour. We're
pay for them.
Yeah, 17 after the hour. We're inside the arcade, and I know we're due for a break because Jody's yelling at me in my ear. Hold on a minute, honey. I got to get this out, and she's laughing. She asked me recently why I have never messed around with PlayStation. Well, honey, now you know why. Because I played somebody on a PlayStation. He was kicking my ass, and I quit. I quit. I pulled. That's the only time in my life, the only time in my gaming life that I pulled a Notre Dame and said I quit. As far as consoles go, I got as far as Super Nintendo in the early 90s. And then I pulled another Notre Dame. I quit. Because my sister kept make this make sense. This make sense. I go away to school in 1990. I come back in 1991. There's a Super Nintendo in the family room.
Yeah, it was popular back then.
In the family room with the big old heavy television.
Yeah, the big old brick.
With the big old brick.
Yeah.
That was modern for 1991.
Yeah, they had the big old tube and everything's recessed.
Everything.
And all that.
Everything. Yeah. This is well before flat screens made its dominating appearance. The big fat brick in the family center. Super Nintendo next to it.
I know.
I get home from Northeast Missouri State. I see it, but I'm so exhausted from the train ride. I said, I'll play some of it tomorrow to get the school out of my head.
Yeah.
I wake up tomorrow and I charge downstairs, slide into the family room, and it's gone.
What?
Let me say it again. I wake up the next day. All I want to do is play Super Nintendo. All I want to do is just wreck Mario Brothers. Wreck Super Mario Brothers. The original. Okay? And they had it on the Super NES. I wake up. I charge downstairs. Mom sees me grab the controller. I slide into the family room like I'm sliding in a home plate. And the console is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I look at my mother and I said, Mom, what happened?
What happened?
She goes, with what? I said, with the Super NES. My mother and my father gave me this look. They said nothing. And they nodded toward my sister's room. We had a fight.
Oh, let's get it right, dude. It ain't just a fight. It's a fight.
We had a fight. Needless to say, I got my time on the Super NES.
Well, of course.
While she was laying twisted like a pretzel. I threw the controller down. After I wrecked Super Mario and played Excite Bike.
I remember those games.
I went upstairs. And my dad followed me 5 minutes later and said, what did you do to your sister? Nothing. Then why is she crumpled on the floor? Before or after the full Nelson?
Nice.
My dad face palmed and went downstairs.
Yep.
That's us inside the arcade. After the break, we'll get down to the business of the Big Ten. To be the champs, you must unseat the champs. Can anybody unseat Indiana? Will Ohio State rise to the top? Many questions will be answered about the Big Ten in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
in this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, your what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
It is Snowman in the Morning on this fabulous, fantastic football Friday edition. It is we have 26 after the hour, and while we wait for Dietz to get back before we start our Big Ten discussion, I had a chance, Dog, to meet one of the greatest public address announcers ever.
Okay.
The great Gene Honda.
Yes. Yes. I was about
you
to
all
say
have heard me do impressions of Gene Honda on this show over the course of 12 years.
Yep.
I'll tell you a funny
story. Go ahead with that. I was about to say I also have the AP 25 that officially got dropped, and
they dissed Indiana. How far did they diss Indiana?
You really want me to go top to bottom or bottom to top?
Bottom to top. I'll count you down. At 25.
Missouri.
Who?
Exactly.
At 24.
Louisville.
Louisville.
At 24.
Gosh. At 23.
Houston.
I can see that.
I
can actually see that. At 22.
Iowa. That's low for them.
It is. At 21.
Utah.
Yeah, they fell off. Michael's with us, says Mendoza needs to sit the year out and learn from Kirk Cousins. Good morning, fellas. Good morning to you, Michael. And I say the opposite. I say you give Mendoza the keys right now. Why not? All right.
Everyone's going to throw a pick six early in their career. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah. Even the greatest have done it. 21 was
Utah.
At 20.
Pizzle's not going to like this because it's Tennessee.
Oh, they're right where they belong. They haven't had like a really, and Pizzle ain't going to like what I'm going to say, but he's also going to agree with what I'm going to say. Tennessee has not had a great season since 1998.
Peyton Manning, anybody?
When they won the national championship.
Yeah.
19.
SMU.
Oh, boy. The Pony Express lives on. At 18.
Penn State.
That's a lie. Shouldn't be ranked. They shouldn't be ranked. After they tanked last year and somehow still got in the ball game, I ask this as well.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Penn State still lives, even minus James Franklin. At 17.
Washington.
We'll see how they fare. 16.
It's the maize and blue of Michigan.
All right, at 15.
There is no 15 because there's a tie for 14th.
Okay, who's in the tie? Who is tied for 14?
BYU and SoCal.
What?
No joke. BYU and USC are tied at 14th.
Tied at 14. again. What?
Well, what have we said already enough this morning? Make that make sense.
Make that make sense.
Yeah.
Make that make sense, folks. All right. At 13.
Alabama.
Get the ever-loving.
I'm not joking. Alabama.
No swearing. No swearing. I'm reading the rule up here that my wife wrote. No swearing. Okay. At 12.
But ain't that just a,
I know.
At 12, Texas Tech.
Now that's some bullshit.
I've got to turn that into a video graphic.
Mm.
And if I do that with Cole's help, oh boy, that button's going to get pushed a lot.
Yeah, especially this season.
Number 11.
Number 11 is LSU.
I ain't got no time for this bullshit.
Tell me about it.
Finally found that button. All right, here we go. Into the. It took me 3 days to find that button.
Nice.
In its clear form. Form. Okay. Here we go into the top 10. At number 10.
Oklahoma. Do you see where the bias is with the NCAA right now?
SEC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Completely underneath Big Ten, because the next 9, you're going to see a very heavy Big Ten involvement.
All right, here we go. Oklahoma
Number
at 10. At number 9.
Ole Miss.
I can see that.
Yeah.
As far as they went, as far as they got to the semifinal, I can see that. And they have Trinidad Chambliss returning this year. Number 8.
Texas A&M.
Oh, hell no.
I'll leave it there. At 7.
Getting 1 vote for being at the top of the pylon. Number 7 goes to Miami.
What?
Yeah, Miami at
What?
7. Yeah. Number 6.
At
getting
6.
8 votes. Indiana.
What are we doing?
You mean to tell me
the reigning
that
champion,
the reigning and defending national champion Indiana Hoosiers, who ran the table last year, beat Ohio State, Alabama, Oregon, and Miami, beginning with the Big Ten championship, and they're only at number 6? What?
Yep.
Chris,
What in the all types of blue hell?
You know, Dietz said something when I first had Dietz on, and we ripped apart the top 25 for the very first time. And this is after me begging him not to get me kicked out of Starbucks because I was laughing so hard. I now understand, Dietz, 9 years later, why you don't do a top 25.
I was about to say, you ain't even heard the top 5.
Hold on. Because this top 25, all I got to say is,
now that's some bullshit.
Because how do you rank the reigning national champions below number 1? How?
Like I said, you ain't even heard my top 5. You ain't even heard the top 5 yet.
Okay.
Well, I can say the line that almost got you kicked out of Starbucks. When we were talking about the top 25, and you said, what do you make of the top 25? I said, it'll make good toilet paper.
Well, trust me, that top 25 is right there.
That's all. It gets all the top 25.
I remember that. That's the exact line that had me laughing so hard I was crying and begging him not to get me kicked out of Starbucks, because that's one of those lines that came out of absolutely nowhere when we first teamed up.
It's total garbage. A top 25, And that's why I don't do a top 25, and I won't do a I don't do a top tier list until I usually wait until at least week 5 when I've seen every team at least 3 times. When I've seen the teams at least the bulk of them at least twice at minimum.
Yeah, because we do.
How do you rank again? How do you rank Indy? I mean, you say Indiana's at 6. Okay, they ranked Indiana at 6. I would guarantee the reasoning is, well, they lost Mendoza, they lost Cooper, they lost
Kalen Black.
They lost a lot. They have a lot of turnover on defense, and we don't. And the pollsters don't trust the Indiana recruiting, and it's like, okay, they lost. Yes, they lost Fernando Mendoza. They replaced him with Josh Hoover. They replaced him with a guy 2 years ago who led the NCAA in passing yards. So, well, I mean, it's not like they're bringing in some freshman kid who's 18 years old and just coming out of high school. They're bringing a kid who's played 3 years at TCU under Sonny Dykes.
And Indiana's a very pass-heavy offense.
Yep. I mean, this is what we got, and then they lost Amari Cooper. Okay,
they got Charlie Becker.
They're replacing him with Charlie Becker.
They got Charlie Becker,
probably the biggest catch of the year against Alabama. Had another huge catch in the national championship game. Like
2 of them.
All this guy does is make big catches.
He had one against Ohio State. Check that. He had 2 against Ohio State, which kept the clock running after Ohio State missed a field goal wide left. He had a big catch against Alabama, which was the first touchdown of the game. He had 2 more against Oregon, and then y'all know what he did against Miami.
He had like 170 yards against Penn State when nobody else was catching the ball. So it's not like they're just replacing Cooper with a better version of Charlie Becker next year. Indiana is going to be okay. They're going to be fine.
Indiana's going to be fine.
I was about to say, are you ready to be pissed off with the top 5? Because
let's have it.
This is absurd.
Okay,
Number 5, Texas.
This is Phil.
At 4.
The Golden Domes themselves, Notre Dame.
I quit.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
Notre Dame.
Nope.
How the hell? Okay, keep going.
Number 3, Georgia.
Makes sense.
I can see it.
That makes more
because they got
sense than any of these other teams.
Yeah. Georgia at 3 makes sense because they tangled with Ole Miss 3 different times. Twice. I beg your pardon. Twice.
At
once
2.
Once in the hedges and once in the Superdome during the playoff. Okay. At 2.
Oregon.
Yep.
Which means number 1 getting 40
is Oregon, and I already know who number 1 is.
Getting 40 votes for number 1 themselves. The horseshoe. The
horseshoe.
State Buckeyes.
You
are at 4. What do you notice? What do you notice about the top? What do you notice about the top 5 teams?
Big 10 heavy.
Just go through it. Ohio State. Super Saiyan's coming back.
Oregon. Dante
Moore came back.
Gunnar Stockton at Georgia.
Gunnar Stockton. And Notre Dame has Carr. They have Carr coming back.
CJ Carr.
Basically freshman of the year last year.
And
so
Texas
they're expecting him to
and then Texas has
career.
And then Texas has Arch.
Number 5 has Arch. So that's what this poll tells you is, hey, these guys had quarterbacks last year, and they have the same quarterback coming back. That's all this poll tells you.
I'm not going to repeat my wife's words when she found out Indiana was ranked 6th in the preseason poll. I am not allowed to repeat that.
Sixth is not bad for a team.
I know.
Team, the way Indiana is, and the way Indiana is not. They're not a blue blood.
Right.
They're not. They're not somebody who you can. I mean, you couldn't pencil them. You couldn't write them in pen last year. Every game you were talking about. Well, maybe they can get here. Maybe they can get here. They survived Iowa because Iowa's quarterback got injured in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were times where Indiana was questioned last year. So it makes sense that the lifelong people that do the polls, if you watch the polls, anytime there's a breakout team, they're going to fall. They're going to fall the next year because they don't believe in them. Now, if Indiana goes out, has a great season this year, then people will start to go, well, it's Cignetti. Cignetti's the one, so we're going to believe in him. But right now, the pollsters, they believe in tried and true. Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Georgia,
Notre Dame.
I mean,
Notre Dame.
These are what drive college football, and that's all the poll. That's all the top 25 poll in the preseason is for. Because
it's good toilet paper.
What are you basing this on? You basing this on how guys looked in spring practice, like in the spring game? What are you judging how these teams are? You have to judge them against competition before you can sit here and say this team is better than this team X is better than Y because X played this team and Y played this team, and this is how they played out. Till we get that, all of this is meaningless, and all of this is just to set up weeks 1 and 2. It's to set up the television schedule for weeks 1 and 2 to tell you this is a big game because number 1 Ohio State is playing number 5 Texas. That's all it's for.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if you don't know Ohio State versus Texas is a big game, you shouldn't be watching college football anyway. You should be doing something else that you like because you don't like college football.
And it's in Texas this year. It's in Texas.
I mean, that's all it is. It's all marketing propaganda. That's all this is.
What did you say? It's good toilet paper.
Exactly.
Preseason top 25. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll go through our games of the year in the Big Ten, including November 7th when Dietz and I have a fight in Evanston, Illinois. That's going to be Iowa. Go Cats. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous. What's your emergency, please? Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light-optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony. or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Dear Bronsexuals,
You fool! What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
We stay in the Big Ten as we are at 47 past the hour. 11:05 will bring us a very special guest by the name of Charles Wallert, the singer's producer. He composed and arranged something for the Philadelphia fans. You'll get a chance to hear it before we close out today. And then at the bottom of hour 2, of course, is the lovely Deb Whitcas. And then Allison Moran will take over hour 3. All right.
Okay.
So we're looking at the games of the year in the Big Ten, and we know what week 2 is. Ohio
Week
State and
1,
Texas.
Yeah. And I just posted this a minute ago. They did announce the time for that, and that is
It's 7:30.
prime time. Yeah, it's
Yep.
ABC's prime time.
Yep, 7:30.
Week 1, I'm looking over the schedule right now, and frankly, I really don't give a crap. I mean, the only good matchup I see is Wisconsin and Notre Dame on Sunday. That's it.
On a Sunday?
Really?
Yeah. Sunday, September 6th, Wisconsin.
I agree with
Notre Dame.
What about the revival of the Pac-12?
Don't they play after dark?
Oregon versus Boise State. Why is that a big game?
No.
Does anybody remember how the last one ended when Boise State went into Oregon?
Oh, it ended with a fight. It ended with a fight.
It ended in a brawl.
LaMichael James. It ended in a fight.
Well, Michael James punched a Boise State kid in the face during handshakes.
Good grief.
So that's week 1, but you got the others in week 1. The other one, I think that's pretty cool that the Pac-12 was able to schedule Oregon. They were able to schedule USC. They were able to schedule Washington. So they were able to get all those old Pac-12 teams
Old rivalries.
to play the new Pac-12 teams.
Yep. They got some of the old rivalries back.
So that's pretty good.
But what takes the cake in the Big Ten for week 1? I mean, Dog already mentioned it, Wisconsin and Notre Dame. But
of my list, that's it. You just Oregon, Boise State, and I mean Wisconsin. Until Wisconsin shows they can do anything on offense, I don't think that. I think that Notre Dame game is going to be a wash. Because
I agree.
Wisconsin's not built to beat a Notre Dame team. They're just not.
Were they ever?
Oh yeah, back in the days of Ron
in the
Dayne,
days of
back in the days of Jonathan Taylor, back in the day when they
back in the days
had
of Barry Alvarez.
And they had bell cow running backs, and they had offensive lines that, they had offensive lines where the average weight was like 375.
Right.
Like
back when it literally took a Mack truck to move them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
in those days they could hang because they would muddy the water, they would keep the game close, they would run the ball,
And they would
run the
and they would keep the clock moving.
They don't have that. They don't have that anymore. They don't have They don't have the hogs to do. I mean, Notre Dame has two defensive tackles that are over 300 pounds. Wisconsin's not going to be able to move those guys.
And this okay. San Jose State at USC, and that's supposed to be. Oh my gosh, this is awful. This week one schedule is awful.
It's bold, dude.
I'm looking at Thursday, September 3rd. Oh, geez. No thanks.
Yeah.
Friday, September 4th. Meh. Nothing major. Now, Saturday, September 5th. Different story. Or is it? Ball State at Ohio State? What am I talking about?
Ugh.
Tennessee State, Boise State at Oregon. This is the one Dietz was highlighting.
Yep.
And I might have to put the headset on for it.
That'll be a track.
3:30 on CBS.
Yeah. Which means Paramount.
Are you really?
We get a fight at the end of the game.
You really going to discount the revival of the Apple Cup?
I just don't see Boise keeping up with
Washington and Washington State. I'm looking for a time, and I don't see it.
Oh, that's gonna be 10:30. That's gonna be 10:30. No questions asked.
Say it again, dog.
They moved Washington State and Washington to Sunday, September 6th at 4. They're using it as a lead-in for Wisconsin Notre Dame.
Oh, what
the Apple Cup?
Yeah, NBC is using it as a lead-in.
Where's Steve when I where is Steve when I need him? Right here.
Oh, hell no!
Dietz, you want to know what the absolute late game is on? Hang on, you want to know what the late game is for Saturday? UCLA and
Cal.
10:30.
UCLA, California.
At 10:30 on ESPN.
So Northern California hosts Southern California.
Yeah.
But
some of the lines on this.
You want an interesting game with a good story behind it?
Talk to me.
September 5th in what is this? Evanston, Illinois.
Ryan Field. No, that's
Northwestern hosts
and South Dakota
the
State.
Very first FBS game for North Dakota State.
South Dakota State. It's the Jackrabbits.
South Dakota State.
It's South Dakota State.
I was like, that's a good one.
That's South Dakota State, and it's a late game. It's an 8:00 game, which means they're gonna move. And I know the area because Ryan Field is not ready yet. They're gonna move all the temporary lights that they can over to Northwestern Medicine Field at Martin Stadium, and they're gonna bring in more temporary seating, which is how they handled it the last 2 years, which means I may have to get my friend Dave Ennett on the line.
How about we get in because we have the big dog here. How about we get the big dog versus Larry Bird on the basketball court? when Purdue faces Indiana State.
Purdue and Indiana State.
Instead of playing football, they should just do Glenn Robinson versus Larry Bird 1-on-1. There we go.
Be a better matchup.
That'd be better viewing.
It would.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
It absolutely
And
would.
you know, the crazy thing is, boss, you're talking about some of the lines on these games. I'm looking at this right now, and I'm shaking my head because some of these are absolutely atrocious.
Since we got Pizzle in the chat, 20th ranked Tennessee hosts Furman. Do y'all want to know the spread in that game? 46.5.
I'm surprised they even put one.
I'm surprised too.
Okay, OSU versus Ball. OSU is favored by 50.5.
I see it.
And the over-under was set at 56.5. I mean, bro.
So Ohio State leads 56-0 at the half and then puts the reserves in.
They lead 56. They lead 56-0 after one. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Looking at some of the earlier games as the big games start on the 29th in Ireland with North Carolina and TCU. But Banks, what are you doing?
Yeah. Some of these are just
USC favored by 38.5 over San Jose State. What?
I'm not surprised.
Florida State favored by 31.5 over New Mexico State.
Again, I'm not surprised.
Even September 3rd, even Rutgers is a double-digit favorite. Well, they're playing UMass.
Dude.
Yeah,
UCF
exactly.
over.
They're playing the worst.
They're
program
playing Massachusetts. UCF.
Yeah, that's bad. Dude, Minnesota is favored by 43 over EIU.
They don't even have an over-under for that game nor the UCF game because they just expect them to blow them out so badly that they're not putting an over-under for it.
There's no reason to.
Even, oh, God. Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Missouri. Read that spread.
Do I even want to?
54.5.
Is that the over-under? Is that the line?
That's the line.
Yeah.
While we're taking shots at the Big Ten, can I take a little bit of a shot at Ohio State here for a second?
Go for it.
Everyone else is taking some digs. Why not?
Okay.
Go for it.
So here's the issue. So they made their players take pictures for the promotional material.
Yeah.
They made them take them against a gray back, like the wall in the back is just straight up gray. It looks like concrete. Okay. I'm dead serious. Every single one of these Ohio State shots looks like a mug shot. Now, here's the problem. And here's where
I thought the convicts were supposed to be in Miami.
Are they wearing shirts and ties? Are they wearing shirts and ties at least?
Wait for the punchline here. Transfer receiver Chris Henry Jr.
We're going to a break. I'm gonna leave it right there.
That's the punchline.
You can't make this stuff.
You can't make this up.
The first time I saw it, I was
You
like,
really
"What is that?" And then
can't.
I saw the name, and I was like, "Oh my!" And I was like, "Oh God."
Yep.
Oh,
You can't make this up. All right. We got a break. And we got the singer's producer, Charles Wallert, due after the break and after the ID. Hour 2 coming up. This is Snowman in the Morning. Back in the deuce.
Help us.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Darrell.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you total football talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
For the love of God, why?
Oh no, I don't know.
Love of God, you know what?
Just don't.
It's 11:03. We owe y'all an ID. This is Snowman in the morning.
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
You're listening to WJKS-TV, your Hoosier Sports Home and Indiana Sports Hub play-by-play voice. Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia.
I'm on Alarm Island.
What's that? You, sir, are a troll.
Hemorrhoid. Lebron. Hemorrhoid.
Ball goes Benton, Caleb Williams.
Give me them cocks!
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
And Father O'Shaughnessy needs to go to hell.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Dear God, I feel bad for the one that's coming in, hearing all of that. And the first time he gets to hear anything I say, is stuff so far out of pocket.
All right, folks. I promised you someone special. This man has been very special to me, a very special friend. He wrote and produced the Philly Fan Anthem. He has been on the show before, and I'm glad to have him back. Please help me welcome the wonderful Charles Wallert. Good morning, Charles. How you be, my friend?
Good morning, Brian. How are you, and how are all your wonderful fans out there? And I want to congratulate you. I saw today 31 seasons. Bravo, my brother. That's fabulous. Keep going.
Thank you. Thank you. This will indeed be my 31st year doing broadcasting. And I got to shout the man out who gave me a chance, in John Kalidas, back in Chicago at Chicago State University, when he heard me do an impression of Jim Durham. And he pulled me into his office and says, I'm going to take a chance on you. So that's how my career started. But you, my friend, you composed a wonderful anthem for the Philly fans. I've been playing it on loop since you sent it to me. What brought that on? How'd you do that?
Well, somebody in Philly was aware of my accomplishments because I've always been tied musically to Philly, even though I'm from New York. The sound of Philadelphia, when my buddy Ronnie Gamar, I first started producing him, the Gamble Huff sound. And of course, football has been in my background. And I came at a crossroads, and here I am now getting to do football and music. So what happened, they brought me this guy, actually, he brought some lyrics and some demo and some AI stuff, which couldn't be used at all. So I changed it around, and I gave him some credit for the few things he did, and went in and got the greatest musicians I could for this particular project. And it took me 6 months to do. I mean, I've done 2 albums in that time, or at least one. But I wanted to make this special, not just a little chant. Excuse me. I wanted to make this a recording. And the wonderful Joe Sarasana was singing lead, and he's got a documentary coming out called Not to Be a Rock Star. Amazing story. We used the great arranger Joseph Joubert, wonderful Darrell Owens, Nikki Richards, Bashiri Johnson, my man, who's done all my percussion forever, and wonderful Hanan Rubenstein, who I mentored as a young man, who's a great guitar player and also engineered the session. And of course, tying it to Philadelphia, the one and only Benny Marsala, the poster boy man for Philadelphia and music. So we put it together, and as you're doing it, Brian, as you know, when you're in the middle of a project, you're just doing it, you follow your instincts. And after we were playing back on the mix, everybody was going completely crazy, and it took me a while to get that back. I knew we had it, but the impact of the magnitude of what we did, then finally, is just catching up with me.
And like I said, I've played it. I'm going to play part of it to close the show today, but I've played it on loop since I heard it, and it's wonderful. It is absolutely fantastic. Great job, my friend, to not only you, but the band who helped you put it together, the amazing band September in the Park. Tell me about those guys.
Well, they're going to be doing the actual music video of it. These guys, folks, if you want to be thoroughly entertained, I've been in this business a long time. I've been blessed to work with great people like George Benson, Dionne Warwick, The Main Ingredient, O.C. Smith. And these guys, I mean, it's just amazing. They do it all. Every genre you could imagine, everything great. And matter of fact, they just recorded my song, which is getting a tremendous response. So my man Glenn Carvin, who kind of runs the show there, we really hit it off great. We're doing things together. So they're going to do up and coming the Philly Anthem. So we'll have a visual of it as well, which should be a whole lot of fun.
Oh, man.
There is some other connections. We're a real football family, my friend. My oldest daughter is a Cowboy fan. My son-in-law is a Giant fan. My youngest daughter is an Eagle fan.
A good lady.
My grandson is a Giant fan. Oh, right. Now, wait a minute. Now she convinced my 10-year-old granddaughter to be an Eagles fan. So we do have that connection. And then with you can imagine some interesting Sundays. Thanksgiving, it's really wild at my house. So we do have I have such good I have such good fans there. And one thing I really want to impress about the world and people and the wonderful cover, Jill Reitzma, who does my covers. I said, Jill, let's embody what Philly is, and she put that great cover together of all people. So it's beyond just Philadelphia. It's where we all need to be, all races, creeds, colors, religions, young, old, whatever. They unite behind that team in a wonderful, passionate way. And that's how we all should connect on this planet to life, because we're all from one source.
Yeah. That's how I feel. And that's how I've always felt in my life growing up. That's how I've always felt. You connect with everybody.
You exude it. Yes, absolutely. And we do some good philanthropic works, creators' rights movement. Now, do you know that after a while, your copyright expires? So if you write a song, it's like they made it 70 years after you passed. Now, they don't take away your artwork. They don't take away your property. You leave that to your heirs. So Mark Goldstein and Kim Weeks, and I'm involved as the director liaison with the entertainment industry. We're doing some wonderful things with that creators' rights movement to get them to change that legislation. And another thing I'm involved with, IUTA for the Arts, where we give scholarships to young artists. Jimmy Taratudio, my man. You know, you got to give back to the community and help young people. I mentor a lot with the Grammy youth. And I want to show them that, hey, if you're in this business for some kind of glamour stuff like that, do something else. Because this is a lifestyle. This is more than work. It's not a job. It's a passion. It's a calling.
Same with me when I started this with my late friend Alvin Washington back in 1995. We were just doing Chicago State games, and then Alvin came up with the idea, why don't we try broadcasting high school games? So the Interscholastic Sports Network was born, and then it got flipped over into the Arena Sports Network in 2013, and then 8 years after that came Snowman Multimedia. And I'll tell you what, man, it's been a grind and a half to get here, as you well know, Charles. It's been a grind and a half to get here, but to have folks like you, my friend, and Chris Dietz and Shane Lake, the big dog, and my beautiful wife, Dr. K, along for the ride, man, I'll tell you what, there's nothing, and I mean this for you and your group also, there's nothing but brighter days ahead, and I mean that from the heart.
Well, absolutely. And all what we've been through that's our experiences we needed to be. You know, you got to keep going. I have a very special person that reminded me with something that they put in their communication that said there's always a way. And it's true, you know, and you got to keep going. And we connect through the music. And well, to be with sports. And Brian, you know my background. I worked for the Giants as a kid. And of course, you know my relationship with the Jets, what you could talk about. And
with Broadway Joe and those guys.
my man. Till this day, my dear, wonderful friend. Oh, by the way, it so happens as Hanan and I were finishing the mix in the studio, just finished. We're at the board. The phone rings. It's Joe, and I put him on speaker, and. You know, so a lot of people ask me, what does your buddy feel about the Eagles? I said, well, you know, their colors are green and white. What can I say? But he's real happy because he's a Pennsylvania guy, you know, so he grew up in Pennsylvania. But he's a big supporter of my music and always has been.
And we are here as well, my friend. Like I said, y'all need to hear part of that anthem. I will play it to help close out the show today. And man, you have an open invitation to jump on with us, whether to talk music, whether to talk football. I mean, you have an open invitation. This is Charles Wallert, the singer's producer, joining us here on this Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. In the region, across the nation, and around the world, no matter what fan you are, you need to be a fan of this man right here. The replay will come out right after the show, so I'll make sure your segment gets circulated to everyone. Jillian Rietzma, I think I pronounced that right, says, "Love you, Charles Wallert." So we know the fan club's going to be coming in, but Charles, you're absolutely fantastic. You're a wonderful friend. I love you dearly, and thanks for hopping on the show today. I truly appreciate you, my friend. I truly do.
Anytime, and 31 more plus on your fantastic show. Football and music,
Thank you.
We're here. God bless you.
God
Take
bless
care.
you. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charles.
Thank you.
Was that not cool?
Yeah, it was.
You want to know the coolest part?
What's that?
He's got all these family members. He's got Giants fans. He's got
Giants,
Cowboys fans.
Cowboys,
He's got
Eagles fans.
Notice, no Commanders fans, no Redskins fans. None of that in there.
Well, I bet you the next time. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I bet you the next time I bet you the next time he comes on, he'll find a couple of Redskins fans. I bet you that. Listen, if anybody that I know personally can connect music and sports, we just talk to him. The podcast will be out after the show. And Jillian, thank you so very much. It is Rietzma. I just remember a tight end by the name of Jay Reamersma who played. I think he played at Michigan and he played in the NFL, and that kind of connection with the name pronunciation was there. We're going to talk some more football. Thank you to the great Charles Wallert for stopping by. We're due a break, and when we come back, we got more football stuff to talk about. Boise State and Oregon again? Oh boy. Back in the deuce.
Let's not.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life-holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Jarrell.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Oh my Lord, that's going to come back also. Snowman learns to cook on a budget each and every week before our feature play-by-play game on the Snowman Multimedia Sports Network and Snowman Multimedia. Thank you to Gina, who says happy Friday at Snowman Multimedia, and co-hosts have a great day. And to use my Gene Honda voice, Jillian Reitsma joins us as well when we had Charles Wallert on. And right on cue, and Dietz, I blame you for this. You had to open your whole mouth and say, notice, no Commanders / Redskins fans. As soon as we went to break, Charles shot me a message saying, in-laws are Commanders fans. So the NFC East is fully
but that
covered.
makes it even better. That makes it even better. They don't even get mentioned on the air.
It's oh my gosh. Deb Whitcas due in 9 minutes. We'll be coming back from a break then. And we're celebrating. This is national. Yesterday was National Radio Day. I'm making it National Radio Week. I don't care what other people say because I've been hanging with these fellas for almost 13 years. Victor and I have been friends for 25 years. You just met one of my best friends in Charles Wallert. He hangs out with us. Darrell Owens, who was supposed to appear today. We got our schedules mixed up. You'll see him in an episode of Mike to Mike very soon. And I may as well go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. There is a fellow in Chicago by the name of Jonathan Hood, who is an ESPN radio host along with my other good friend, David Kaplan.
Yep.
And he has something called Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. Well, I got an email from that young man, and it reads as follows. Dear Brian, thank you. Got to do it right. Got to do it right.
It reads,
as I said, I got an email from one Jonathan Hood who asked me, did I let the cat out of the bag yet? And my answer is no. We're still hammering out logistics, but the letter reads as follows.
Quote.
I would like to personally thank you for agreeing to become a part of Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. It is my pleasure to officially welcome you to our team. We sincerely appreciate your willingness to share your knowledge, perspective, and unique voice with our audience. Now, listen to this. Beginning September 8th, Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood is proud to partner with Snowman in the Morning as an official affiliate program of our channel. As part of this partnership, Snowman in the Morning will be featured as a regularly scheduled program airing across the Under the Hood platform while also being promoted through your various social media channels. We believe this partnership represents an exciting opportunity to expand our reach, provide compelling sports content to our viewers, and strengthen both of our brands. We are confident that your experience, insight, and passion for sports will make Snowman in the Morning an outstanding addition to the Under the Hood family. Thank you again for your trust and partnership. We look forward to building something special together and welcoming your audience to Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. That just came to me yesterday, and I better do this.
Close quote.
Yeah, I got that. We have been, oh hell, we're not flirting around with Zebo TV anymore. It's going to happen, and I think it's going to happen on Labor Day. So
that's coming back.
That's coming back. Mosaic TV is flirting with us. I've got 5 internet radio stations that are going to be launched Labor Day week. JKS is relaunching.
You've also got those other 12 we were talking about.
Yep, we got the Sports Nuts Network headed by my good buddy Brandon Keeler, and we got Tiger Nation 95.5 KFCE in Terrell, Texas, coming aboard. We're gonna be busy.
Which Tigers Nation are we talking about?
The Tigers down in Terrell, Texas. Jillian says, "How awesome! Congratulations! Thank you, Jillian. This has been years of work, my friends. Years and years of work. This has been all the stops and the starts, the people we've had on the show, and to some of the people that we've lost during the airing of the show. And one person that I have to pay homage to is the late great Alvin Washington, who was my road dog for some 25 years before health problems got both of us. And I'm just so sad that he's not here to celebrate season 31 with us. He got as far as the silver season, the 25th year, and then his health started to decline. So, Vindog, this is for you also. This is also for my dad, my mom, who stuck by me and said, go get it. My dad, who he said, Jillian, take a listen to this. My dad said something to me.
You're good, boss. You're good.
Thank you.
Let it go, man. Let it go.
My dad said something that has stuck with me to this day, and he said it while I was watching and taping a Bulls game in 1990 before I went off to college. And I got to do this in full. Because my dad said, quote, "Do not let anybody, including your mother or me, stop you from chasing your dreams." Close quote. Well, Dad, I ain't stopping for nobody. I will not stop for anybody. And God willing, as Charles said a moment ago, it'll be another 31 years doing this stuff.
I'll tell you right now, man, it sounds like the snowball's picking up traction.
Yeah. Something we had talked about to open season 12.
Yeah.
We had talked about that to open season 12. We'll get you a date on when we launch on the Sports Nuts Network. September 8th, we go Under the Hood with Jonathan Hood. Sometime next week, I'm going to be on his podcast to make to do the formal. Oh my gosh, the formal introduction.
Oh, that's going to be wild.
That is good. That is going to be wild because I've done UIC women's basketball. I've done UIC women's basketball. I did it for 2 years. And Jonathan would just walk by me and say something crazy to me just to get me laughing and keep everything loose. And let me remind people, if you like what you see and what you hear, really trying to help my family right now. And I have an exam to take, and I've got to push it back to Monday because I don't have the funds to pay for it. It's for my CDL permit. So if you can help my family personally and me take this exam, get this physical done, you can do so with a donation to Cash App. The tag you need is $ Tallman Dr. K50. And you can do so via PayPal. Look up at Snowman2172. That's where you can find us. But Dog and I talked about it in the pre-show meeting. 12 years of starts and stops and ins and outs, and some days canceling, my depression getting the best of me. And I got to tell y'all, 8.5 years of fighting depression, which I didn't even know I had until I got diagnosed with it in 2017. And it cost me a week in the hospital. Best week of my life. I disconnected from the world. It gave me a chance to recharge and reload and refocus. And I gotta tell you, I was madder than hell when I was dragged off to the hospital. But given the fact that I needed it at the time, I didn't know I needed it. It was the most necessary stop on this journey. I mean it, the most necessary stop on this journey. And Dog, 13 years of this, man. Almost 13.
I remember my first time being on this damn thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you want to talk about words to live by. You're talking about what your dad gave you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't often talk about this story, but there was a time before you and I hooked up that I was helping beta test a new actual racing sim known as Sim Raceway at the time.
Yeah.
And this was before iRacing became as massive as it did. This was going to be like its competitor.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a couple of pros that were working with us. IndyCar champion Dario Franchitti and two-time Indy 500 champion Dan Weldon.
Yeah.
And Dan and I kind of hit it off. We got to talking. We became friends, the typical. And he said to me one time, this was, late September, right around my birthday. He said, dude, you've got a fire for this that I have barely seen out of any professional. Talking about what I do with the virtual racing world.
Yeah.
Don't ever let that fire go out. The damnedest thing is 2 weeks later, he died in Las Vegas on the track. And those words have stuck with me, which is why I put so much into doing what I do, whether it's on the virtual circuit or now doing my thing here, which is why I take everything we do so hardcore.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that this product is the best damn thing we can put out day in and day out. And it's now starting to show off big time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait to see where this road goes.
Me neither, man. Oh, my God. Me neither. Woo!
Could you imagine if we replaced Pat McAfee?
You know what? Why not?
Dome.
Why not?
Take that.
Why not?
Dome.
No one's replacing Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is basically Pat McAfee network.
Yeah, he's
they have bought in hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, they have. But you know something?
He's gonna be on Monday Night Football as a
Yep.
Whatever.
But you know something? Screw it.
Dude.
We'll do what we always do. We make our own. We make our own.
And I think we've got somebody joining us now, don't
we? I know. It's Friday. It's okay, who's been in my truck again?
Not me.
It's a football Friday. And we have this lovely lady.
everybody.
Deb Whitcas and Olive is here.
She was sitting. Oh, she's not too happy. She was sitting on my seat when I sat down, so I was like, "Oh."
See, Olive just did what Binks did to me about a half hour ago when I picked him up and put him in my lap. Oh man.
Cowboys.
Now, my first question is, what is going on with training camps turning into WWE all of a sudden?
Right?
Like, what the hell is going on around here?
Right? It did not happen yesterday.
Cheerios?
It did not happen yesterday with the Saints and the Rams. I must say, I was there. We were like,
good.
There's going to be fights because obviously the Dallas Saints training camp was not good.
No.
Yeah, who's pissed and who's Wheaties to start this crap?
I mean, yeah, who started this?
That's nothing new. I mean, this has been going on since football. I mean, since football was started, like they have training camp, teams fight. That's what they do.
And all that shit. So we thought you might have been saying that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? We were a bunch of the media were talking about it yesterday with the Raiders. There was the Raiders and the Rams camp. They stopped it short. Like they stopped the actual practice. The fights were so bad. That was back when Jimmy G was the quarterback. So it was like,
yeah,
like it went all the way to PR. We were like, hey, what year was that? Like, that's the conversation that was had yesterday.
Oh goodness gracious! And it's gotten worse over time.
You think so? I mean,
well, as Dietz said, it's been happening for the longest time.
It's hot. Everybody's out there. Nobody wants to get hit. Nobody wants to get hit in practice like that. Yeah. So it's understandable. It's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a line too, because I mean, as far as even the Rams are concerned, like they don't use their starters in preseason games. So
right.
This is their these joint practices are kind of their preseason games, and that's actually what McVay said yesterday. So I get it. Like there's a balance between that competition and just show what you got, but then also you can't get hurt,
right?
And those fights, so that's that balance there of like no fighting, can't get hurt, but yet show what you have and what you can accomplish.
Yeah. So it's wild. It's just wild. We're talking NFC East today, which includes Dietz's Cowboys, which includes Deb's Eagles, and we always say to be the champs, you got to beat the. Oh boy. I'll start with Deb. Your thoughts on the NFC East coming into this season? Is Philly still the team to beat, or is there a dark horse?
I mean, Philly's gonna always be the team to beat, right?
Yep.
we have at least for the last couple of years. I think we've discussed this. I think and NFC is going to come down to, like I said, Rams, San Fran, Eagles, right?
Yep.
I obviously AJ Brown has moved on.
Yep, he's looking good up here in New England.
Yep. Important he hasn't talked to Hurts. Still that drama, like people cannot let it go.
Yeah.
No.
That
I mean, up here we've let it go.
They're not gonna.
Philly's not gonna let it go. Philly takes some time. But
I mean, when you got people throwing snowballs at Santa, of course y'all gonna take
that
this.
Was in 1970. I mean, I think it was before that, to be honest. So what are we looking at? 50 years has not happened.
Yes.
About that.
That was thrown though at some point too. But anyway, excited to see what Devontae Smith had. Obviously,
yes.
I shouldn't say see what he has. We all know what Devontae Smith has. I'm excited to see him in the wide receiver one position. And I mean, Dallas Goedert's back. Bernard we'll see. I'm excited.
One of the fellows on the Eagles, which I had an eye on when he was playing at South Dakota State, was tight end Dallas Goedert.
Yeah,
and I saw how he played. I saw how he played there, and I said at the time, do not be surprised if he becomes a tight end one with with an NFL team in the NFL. And a lot of people thought I was crazy. And I said, no, just watch his film, watch his tape. I watched 2 entire games of South Dakota State and how they used Dallas Goedert. And Philadelphia caught on and they drafted him. And they use him the same way. So with A.J. Brown being gone, how big is Dallas Goedert's contribution going to be, or how much more is he going to contribute to the Eagles offense?
I think he's going to contribute. I mean, he had a really good season last season. The season before, he just got hurt. And of course, that's the season I had him on my fantasy. Thanks, Dallas. I think
Speaking of which, boss, we need to get that resurrected.
Yes, we will. We will.
I think he did contribute in a big way last season. I think we'll see even more from him this season. Also, too, I do like his replacement, Eli Stowers. Round the draft. I like that they did that because Goddard's not going to be around forever. I do like that the Eagles rebuilt the receiver room really aggressively this offseason. Wicks, obviously Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, Makai Lemon.
Yeah.
That's still that stellar pick. One. Although he is slowly but surely, coming back from that hamstring injury, or I think he will be fine for the season. I'm actually seeing his cousin tonight. We're going to a Dodgers game together. I'll try to get the scoop if there's any scoop.
Try to get the scoop at Chavez Ravine, right?
Deb, the big question. They revamped the wide receiver room. The big question is, will they trust the quarterback to throw the football in the second half of football games?
Right.
That's a great question.
If you're the Eagles, you cannot go an entire half of football without throwing a pass. Like correct. even if you're crushing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you still have to throw the football because when you need it, you need to know that Jalen Hurts can get it done.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Not
and
just that.
Brought up to me last week. It's like, is Jalen it? It's always the question, right? Kind of like is Dak got it? No.
Yep.
But the better question for me is the Eagles defense going to hold up this year?
Yeah. I mean, I do think.
Well, as long as they don't spit in anybody's face, I think they'll be fine.
Oh my God, that feels like it was like 2 years ago. It was last season, wasn't it?
Oh my God. What the hell, Dietz? What the hell?
I mean, if Bond is back, he's centerpiece.
Yeah.
There. I mean,
and
Cooper DeGene.
Dietz, doggone you.
Well, let's just hope Nikki Bella isn't distracting Cooper too much.
No, they're not together anymore.
They split up.
He has moved on to a Dallas cheerleader now, I believe.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And I mean, with Carter, Jordan Davis. I mean, I do think the defense is. I mean, and Vic Fangio bringing it all together. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Taking a further look in the East, will the Redskins bounce back this year? And if not, why?
I'm hoping. I mean, with Jaden Daniels, and
it's all about can they keep their quarterback upright?
Yeah.
Yep.
And if he gets hit, can he get up off the mat? I mean, that's what happened last year. Last year, he got injured, and then they brought him back too early, and he got injured again, and then he was done. So, if the quarterback's healthy, the Redskins will be fine. Without Jaden Daniels, they have nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And Scary Terry will be back, right?
Yeah.
Season,
yeah.
so.
McLaurin will be back.
I think Daniels needs to get through this LSU controversy first before anything else.
He needs to shut that down and concentrate on playing football because the season's a couple weeks away and he's still embroiled in that controversy. Yikes. He needs to either let it go or shut it down and then concentrate on what's on the field in front of him. Last but not least, and I know Deb has only a short time with us today, you got the New York Football Giants. Jackson Dart back from an injury. Cam Scatterboo back from an injury. My question is their offensive line. And we've always, as a group, talked about a team's offensive line. Does this offensive line get better to help open the holes for Scatterboo and protect Jackson Dart? Deb, first, your thoughts on the Giants.
I'm hoping so. I want to see the Giants do something, even though they're in my division. I do want to see the Giants do something this season. They were, and with Harbaugh especially, I feel like they can. So yeah, I mean, let's hoping that O-line is better this season and go from there, because they've got some great talent on that team, and it's time they show it.
Dog, your thoughts real quick.
Dealing with the Giants, yeah, you got to keep Cam Scatterboo 100%. You got to be able to get Jackson Dart to actually, I don't know, throw darts. I mean, the wide receiving core needs to smarten up. He can, but it's just a matter of the receiving core being able to be there for him. So I mean,
you didn't even mention the biggest return from injury for the Giants is Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Keep him healthy, and you guys might actually stand a chance in the East.
There's two things about the Giants. First thing, everybody stay out of the tent. When Jackson Dart goes in the tent, everybody
else stay out.
That's the first thing. The second thing is, dear Giants, the Super Bowl is not Thursday night against Philadelphia, okay? You can't beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday night and then lose collapse the rest of your game, and then lose collapse the entire rest of your games. So you got to play the full season.
Yeah, they have to do that. That's our look at the NFC East with the lovely Deb Whitcas, and I know she has a short time with us. She's got to take off. She's got an appointment coming up, but Deb, thank you so much, my dear. We love you. Can't wait to talk to you again.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Deb.
Bring your boxing gloves to practice.
Yeah, bring the boxing gloves and knee pads.
We need a break. We just need a break. Allison Moran coming on at the top of the hour. We got a little time to fill before the top of the hour. We're going to have a little fun. Snowman in the morning, back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous. What's your emergency, please? Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light-optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
Here, bronsexuals. You fool!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
I am going to slim down again. All right, 10 before the hour. The dog is with me. Dietz is returning here. I think he had to get a caffeine refill, and I am off it. 7 full days without caffeine. And you know what
this
makes
is why I keep a 2-liter next to me for the show. I'm with you.
There you go.
This is my wife's. I bought this for her earlier in the week, and I'm probably going to wind up buying her another one because she's got to work overnight twice at the end of the month. And I got to share this with you guys about my beautiful wife. Yesterday, she was going to get a nap because, as I said, she had to work overnight. And knowing that, that's why I pulled the White Sox broadcast, because y'all know how I am when I get to raising hell doing my play-by-play. And I didn't want to disturb Dr. K. So I pulled that. I went and took a nap with her. And Jillian says, while on my 3rd cup of coffee. While we're talking, Kat, Jillian, we get it. We get it. Okay? Because I got to tell y'all, when I first started Snowman in the Morning, and Dietz knows this, I lived at Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be in Chicago or in Michigan City or even in Dayton, Ohio, I lived at Starbucks. I lived there. And I would come into the house after spending the full day at Starbucks, especially when I was living with my mom at the time, when I was living with my mom. She'll peek in my room and go, "Why are you still up?" I drank some coffee. You don't drink coffee. I do if they put chocolate in it.
That'll do it. Damn thing is, I already crushed 2 monsters this morning. I'm about a half a 2-liter in, and I'm still not even close to awake.
I know.
This is me barely caffeinated. Anyone else would probably be off the wall. Me?
Yep. And that's been you as long as I've known you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jillian, I have a question for you. What do you usually put in your coffee? Because I do some crazy stuff with mine, as you guys know. Matter of fact, I'm going to stay on the decaffeinated, but I may invoke a game called What Flavor Am I Using? Because they put the pumpkin spice flavor out yesterday.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Hey, speaking of pumpkin spice, we didn't get to talk about this during our Big Ten, and we got Allie coming up so we can talk about Chicago. But Snowman, who whose dog did Northwestern kick?
Minnesota's.
Let me read you something. Saturday, October 31st. Northwestern travels to Outson Stadium
to play Oregon
for a Halloween massacre.
Halloween, because they're going to get killed in Oregon.
Halloween in Outson Stadium. Yeah, okay. So they're like, okay, you get to go play that game. 2 weeks after that, they are at the Horseshoe.
Yep.
To face Ohio
State.
In between, so you're like, okay, you got to go.
So you got to go all the way to Oregon. You got to go all the way to Eugene, Oregon, for a Halloween game.
That's Halloween havoc if I ever heard it.
You got to play the
2 weeks after that
on the road.
2 weeks after that,
both of them on the road.
Yep,
so
you got to see
in between.
Oregon.
We'll give you something easy. We'll give you an easy one.
No.
Iowa comes to town.
November 7th. In between
Oregon and Ohio
I want to know
who's Iowa.
I want to know whose Cheerios did North piss in last year, because they weren't supposed to do a damn thing. They beat Minnesota at Wrigley Field because Minnesota can't kick, and they wind up not only being bowl eligible but winning their bowl game. So that pissed them off.
Yeah, I think what happened was the powers that be in the NCAA decided to say, hey, you know what? We're going to take this new EA College Football 27 and prove that it doesn't suck by giving Northwestern an absolute BS schedule for 3 weeks. And
it's brutal. It's a brutal schedule. And Jillian's still hanging with us. Nothing wrong with some pumpkin spice. You know what while we're talking about, you know what I usually do? I usually suicide when I was drinking caffeinated coffee, I usually suicide it with like 2 or 3 different sweet flavors. I did it 2 days ago with pumpkin spice and chocolate caramel. Needless to say, I didn't sleep. But looking at this Northwestern schedule, they host South Dakota State. They get the next week off. It's like the NCAA is saying to them, we're going to prepare you for a bunch of ass kickings. So we're going to give you week 2 off. Then all hell breaks loose because they host Colorado in the last game at Martin Stadium. Then they go see the champs on a Friday night. And then they cut the ribbon at New Ryan Field with another night game, another Friday night game with Penn State. What?
With the newly revamped Matt Campbell. Penn
yes.
State.
And then homecoming against Ball State. I bet you that's going to be an afternoon game. I'm willing to bet you that's going to be an afternoon game. And then they go to East Lansing, I beg your pardon, to play Michigan State. They host Rutgers. And then all hell really breaks loose. Halloween night at Oregon.
And by the way, Halloween night in Oregon, how many Chip Kellys are we going to see in the crowd? Speaking of Chip Kelly, the new offensive coordinator at
Northwestern. At Northwestern. And then
you gotta go back to Oregon.
And then on November 7th, Dietz and I are going to fight because Iowa visits Northwestern.
Good old Iowa.
I will happily listen. When they get done kicking our ass, I will gladly play the Iowa fight song. I have no problem.
Then after getting a pounding, and it doesn't matter. Even if you beat Iowa, you know
we got to go see Ohio State.
It doesn't matter. Then you get to go to.
We got to go see. We got to go to the Horseshoe. And we have not beaten the Ohio State University since 2004. And that came in an overtime win at Ryan Field. Because I remember watching it, and I had a bet with somebody, and she said to me, there's no way Ohio State beats Northwestern. I said, oh, yes, there is. And she says, if Ohio State beats Northwestern, I'll buy you dinner. You're on. So as Northwestern was at the 1 yard line, I, of course, called her and gave her the play-by-play call. She didn't like me after that because she called back and said, I guess I owe you a dinner. So after Ohio State happens, and then we go to Minnesota, where Paul Allen doesn't have to worry about his drinking bill. And then we host Illinois. For the first time in a while, Illinois and Northwestern are coming off of bowl wins. Yikes. Just yikes. See, and Dietz is going to make fun of me come November 7th. I already know this. Dietz is going to let me have it. Every time I try to call a play and call it professionally, he's going to have a dig for me. Of course, he's going to mean it in fun because we all have fun here. But I already know what's going to happen. I was going to march into Ryan, and I hope the opposite happens. I'm a Northwestern fan. I can't help it. But I was going to march into Ryan Field ready for war. We'll see. We got a break. Allison Moran and the token female take over for our number 3 in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE. Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Jarrell.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you total football talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel. Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
Why? Seriously.
Because it fits. That's why.
You know what else fits? It's 12:06. It's the lunch hour. This is Snowman in the morning. We owe you an
You're listening to WQVZ, 1700 AM Mission Radio.
For me and the Lord, we got to understand it.
You're listening to WHDR-DB, your radio home and voice of the Carolinas. Broadcasting live in your region, across our nation, and around the world, this is Snowman Multimedia.
To all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters.
Well, that game sucked.
I am cute.
The is that?
You tripping. Who told this lie? Shut up.
Darrell Jones has no brains. His football acumen is the same capacity as Gun Run's moral capacity.
We're waiting for Allison Moran to drop by. Fever lost a tough one last night, so they now have officially won 5 out of 6.
Yeah,
and it's proven Dietz's theory to be true that whenever it's a television game for the Indiana Fever, shenanigans happen.
And there were some big ones last night.
Shenanigans happen. They nearly happened in Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, let's be real. And yes, congratulations, Angel Reese, on her record. But there were some nasty shenanigans going on.
Yeah, there were. Here's Allison Moran to help us break it down. She does indeed set the standard, and in her 4th season with Snowman in the morning,
damn,
Allison Moran.
I feel old already. How you doing? Happy Friday.
Yes, indeed.
What's going on, Allie?
Doing okay. Doing okay.
Happy Radio Week to you, my dear.
Thank you.
Everything that you have done and accomplished, and thanks for allowing us to revive the token female and add the 21st century video twist to it. I mean, we love doing this.
I love you guys too, especially you, Snowman.
Thank you.
Don't tell Jody. No. I get it. Like a brother.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah.
She knows. Okay. Why? Let me begin with this question. Why is it, to borrow from Chris Dietz, that whenever the Fever are featured in an 8 o'clock game, shenanigans happen?
You know,
single doggone game this year.
I know.
Every single one.
Were you on play-by-play for it?
Last night, no.
No? Okay. So we can't blame you this time.
No, he wasn't on it. But not only is it the 8 o'clock games, it seems like shenanigans hit, but anytime they're on the ABC.
Atlanta.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Come on. You look at these teams. You've got two very fiery out there individuals on the team, and Angel Reese and Sophie Cunningham, you know, and we've called Sophie Cunningham the enforcer for as long as she's been in the league. And that's just who she is. She stands. She's a preacher. And so then you've got Angel Reese, who finally has her own Mattel Barbie at long last. And we've been talking about that ever since she got drafted.
Yep.
The thing is, you know, these are two of the most dynamic and passionate teams available. And when they go at each other, damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. It's like Cubs and Sox fans, you know. Although
there's no lie with that.
It's funny because I've covered both sides of the baseball quadrant, and yes. And the thing is, I've done it as a season ticket holder for the Cubs. As somebody who has been treated extraordinarily well by the White Sox, but man, you get people in the stands, they go crazy. Add a little beer into that, those $20 beers, or the beer baseball bat at Wrigley, and this is what's going to happen. The passion is real, people.
It's very real. I've seen games at both places. I've seen games at Old Comiskey Park. I've seen games at New Comiskey Park, and I've seen games at Wrigley Field. I've never had the pleasure of seeing a White Sox Cubs game, although October is still in the picture for both teams. I'll leave it at that.
Yes.
I've never seen a Cubs White Sox game at either place. I've watched them, and man, I'll tell you all this story. I was working at Ho Chunk Sports Complex in 2006, and the White Sox and Cubs were playing. It was July 1st, and the Cubs had the lead going into the 9th inning. Note the key capitalized word. Had, because they got the first. Ryan Dempster was the closer. They got the first two men out, and at this time, Victor wasn't working with me. I had him in my earpiece, broadcasting the game for me while I'm watching the kids. Then Ross Glode gets on base, Jermaine Dye gets on base, and on a 1-1 pitch, AJ Przinsky smacked one out of the ballpark.
I love AJ. I so love AJ.
So do I.
What happened?
Kids in the concession stand all come flying out at me while Victor is doing play-by-play for this home run, and they tell me AJ just hit a home run. I get a break finally, and I say, update from Wrigley Field. AJ Przinsky, and I paused for a little bit, and everybody was looking, including the kids, and I said, has just hit a 3-run home run. The White Sox fans on my right go ballistic. And I gave the updated score. I said, we're going to the bottom of the 9th, White Sox 8, Cubs 6. And Allie will love this part because I had a bunch of Cub fans to my left that all screamed at the top of their lungs, no!
Oh yeah, that's what we would have done.
Later that day, we all were cracking up at the Cub fans and White Sox fans alike. We were hanging out in the concessions when I had a break. We all were cracking up at that.
That is awesome.
The divide is very real, but if you put a bunch of Cubs and White Sox fans together and there's beer involved, there will be some comedy. I have seen it.
If you want comedy, you should see what I've got standing next to me right now. I got a couple of friends doing the Biggie New Day dance right now.
Oh no, not that.
That's
We
why
got
I've
a
been-
camera on them, maybe. That's gonna be fun.
Do they have
wait till the new?
That's the biggest question.
Huh?
What's that?
I said, but do they have pancakes?
No, they ate them.
Exactly.
the New Day.
Exactly.
It's the
They
New Day.
ate them.
Yes,
Can I say one more thing off topic
for it.
about the what the controversial WNBA games have done for the league? Do you want me to tell you?
Go for it.
WNBA games on the ESPN networks are averaging 1.2 million viewers a game. I mean, those are unheard of numbers in previous years. That was half. But look at now you've got these controversial and fun players and rivalries and personalities that make the game more interesting to watch. So that's part of the reason why it's starting to become showtime to my mind. And must see viewing in that regard. So I'm, as long as nobody's drawing blood,
right?
Or maiming, it's all good. It's creating more of an interest in the league. However, the first time somebody slams their head into the court, I am saying it's got to stop.
Yep. There was a game where the Fever played Atlanta, and Dog and I were talking throughout the course of that game, and he even asked me, Jody even asked me, "You going to put the headset on for that one?" Nope, I'm on a boycott. And she says, "Why?" I told her why, and she says, "Good move." But I did peek at that Fever Atlanta game. Once upon a time, Atlanta led by, I think they led by double digits in that game. They led by double digits in that game. Dog gets a hold of me and says, "Here we go again." And I walked away from my desk. I said, "I'm not surprised." And he says, "You should see some of these calls. You don't have to tell me." Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark get together. Shenanigans happen.
Yeah.
Right? It always happened when the Fever played the Sky, especially the two in Chicago where Caitlin Clark did not play.
Yeah.
There were still shenanigans.
It makes no difference when the Fever and the Sky play. They are the Cubs Sox rivalry of the WNBA. So
they are,
which I think is great. I look at you've got with the Sky. They need, and I mean desperately need, some spark. They have 2 games of wins, but they were against the Phoenix Mercury and the Seattle Storm. And if you can't beat them, you got nothing, baby.
It's true though. It is very, very true. We went to overtime the first time we played Chicago in what was a terrific game. Seattle stretched us to the limit, and then Caitlin Clark buried a 3 to basically win the game. They won by 3, 110-107. So the biggest fears that we have talked about are happening in Kathy Engelbert's eyes. The Fever won 5 out of 6. They're sitting in 3rd in the standings. They're floating between 3rd and 4th. They're in front of Las Vegas. And then there's the thought The what if thought from last year is what if they hadn't called that ghost foul on Aaliyah Boston in Game 5?
Yeah,
is in Vegas, and that occurred at the end of regulation.
Mhm.
And my stance is they don't call that foul. Indiana sneaks out of there and wins the series the same way they did against Atlanta.
It certainly is possible. You know, you can debate the what ifs.
Watch out right now. You got to watch out right now. The league's biggest nightmare is about to happen. If you get Minnesota, Indiana.
Yeah.
If you get Minnesota versus Indiana
in the finals,
and get who are they gonna push? Are they gonna push Caitlin Clark? Are they gonna
push Olivia
Nafisa
Miles?
Collier? Because guess what? The league office hates both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The league office hates Nafisa Collier because of she got the ball rolling. She got the ball rolling last year by throwing Kathy Engelberg under the bus. We all know they already hate Caitlin Clark. So the biggest nightmare would be if it's Lynx Fever in a finals.
If it's Lynx
Fever,
wait a minute. Let's add to that. If it's Lynx Fever in the finals and it goes the distance.
I say ratings are through the roof.
Oh yeah.
I say that.
If they meet in any playoff series, their ratings are going to be through the roof. If they play for the world championship, oh my heavens, the numbers are going to be stupid.
Yes.
Because like Dietz said, first of all, who are they going to push? Who are they going to and I'll add a word to Dietz's question. Who are they going to reluctantly push? Who are they going to reluctantly push?
Yeah,
because if you remember last year,
they're going to have no one to promote. They're going to have no one to promote the game.
Right? How are they going to do?
Both star players. Both star players. They hate them.
And it could come down to that because Indiana's fighting their stride. They are one of the highest scoring teams in the league. They have the most 100-point games this season. They've done a hell of a lot better playing as a team. You know, with all. Dietz said it earlier in the week. All the controversy now is floated towards Sophie Cunningham, so Caitlin Clark can just play ball, and they have gotten their act together. They've won 5 out of 6. You got Minnesota, who's just blowing people away, sitting at the top of the league right now, and not many people expected it. No, let me change that. Very few people expected it because of the injury to Nafisa Collier. Then Olivia Miles shows up. And we can have a collision course between Minnesota and Indiana, 2 teams the league does not want to see in the finals, let alone a playoff series.
You know,
and speaking of Minnesota and Olivia Miles, how's Dallas? How's Dallas feeling right now?
Like
I bet they're glad they've got the 3-point champion on their team. Oh wait, she's done. Oh wait, she's injured, out for the year.
Yeah, how sad. And what's more, because AZ Fudd and Paige Beckers are a couple as well, they're going to have. Paige is possibly going to be fairly distracted taking care of her of her significant other. So you know, but you know what Paige will say is, on the court, I'm just on the court. I will play for AZ. I will make sure that the game gets its due, but at the same time, when your partner's sick, as my boyfriend was last week, that's a concentration. Yep. We spent the entire weekend in the hospital. I just called it an interesting place to have a date. But
listen.
But the big problem is,
I mean,
the one you could have had is out there scoring 25 points a game
Yep.
And carrying the Minnesota Lynx right now.
Yep.
I mean, you could have had that on your team.
Yeah.
I mean, some hospitals have decent cafeteria food. So I mean,
you know, I cannot tell you how many date nights Jody and I have had in as many trips as I've paid to the hospital in the last 5 years. Because
as long as we do it together, right?
Exactly. Exactly. When I came out of surgery, I saw my wife and I saw my in-laws, and my brain said, "Okay, we can go to sleep." Went to sleep. Woke up the next day. One of the first questions out of my wife's mouth: "Are you hungry?" Yes.
Yep.
I had to go a full 24 hours without eating, and my body was mad at me.
I'll bet.
But in all seriousness, we had to ease back into that because I just had 5 organs taken out of me. But Jody joked around, "Are you hungry?" Yes. What would you like to eat? Yes. The running joke here on the program.
Asking people our size if we're hungry. What the hell?
Oh, Jody knows my appetite.
Yeah.
Jody knows my appetite. And you know what's even more fun is some of the stuff that she cooks up and we cook up during football season. Because she'll ask me, "What do you want?" And I do this to her all the time, and I make her laugh every time. "What do you want for a snack?" Yes.
That's right. That's like,
I mean, you want to talk about food like that? I just randomly threw something together a couple of days ago. I'm chilling here with some friends. How about some Mexican and teriyaki flavored sloppy joes?
You know what? Stop it. Stop it.
I gotta tell you,
completely wiped out in the night.
I gotta tell you, the staff at Endeavor Elmhurst was fantastic. Greg was on a liquid diet, literally IVs for 4 days, and when Crohn's attacks are no joke. They're very difficult, and he hadn't had one in many years, but things happen.
I
had a friend of mine that I got really close to who had Crohn's pass away a while back. So
dear God. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's not an easy disease to manage, especially when food is, the staff of life, and you just can't. You can't believe how much management there is in what you do for it. But learned a lot with his, with what he's had to do for that. It's inspiring, and he's doing just fine now. Lost about 8 pounds in the hospital, and went down to 200 for the first time, and I don't know when. He's usually stayed between 210 and like 215, and it was unbelievable.
I frightened the daylights out of my wife when we had just come home, and a few days after that, I stepped on the scale. My legs were wobbly, and it read 208.
Wow!
Frightened the daylights out of me.
Because you're a tall guy.
6'5".
Yeah, that's like waif-like for you.
That's Reggie.
Yeah.
Everybody will get this one. That's like Reggie Miller, like for me. Because he was 6'7" and 180.
Yes.
My mother said, "You need to get down to 180. Mom, do you see how tall I am? I am 6 feet 5 inches tall. How the hell am I going to look at 180 pounds? That's like
emaciated."
And I said, "That's like that." I said, "That's like Reggie Miller." She says, "What's wrong with that? People will think I'm smoking." And I haven't smoked a day in my life.
I mean, come on here, boss. You and I are about an inch difference. So, I mean, obviously we can carry the big frames.
I've been carrying a big frame all my life. I'm at 260.
I was gonna say the last time I saw 200 pounds, I was in high school and 6'2".
Man.
Same. It was my sophomore year. I grew from 5'7" to 6'1" and just crossed 200 pounds. That's the last time before all hell broke loose with my cancer and I got down to 208. That's the last time I was when I went away to school. When I graduated, I was 6'4" and 215.
Wow.
Yeah. Then
I was Yep.
I went away to school and the dorm food happened.
I was 6'4", 200 when I graduated.
I was 215 when I went away to class, when I went away to school. And then the dorm food happened.
Yep.
And once the dorm food happened, goodbye.
The freshman 20, the freshman 25. But you know what you should have done, Brian? You should have done what I did. Get mono. I got mono my freshman year of college at Drake University. I lost like, I don't know, 35 or 40 pounds, something like that.
My roommate got mono. All I did was get a horrible case of the flu.
Yeah.
And I stayed in bed. I stayed in bed for a week. And it was the same week they had not only a basketball game going on, but it was towards spring, so they're warming up for baseball, of course. And I got a phone call saying, "Can you do public address for our baseball game?" I responded, and they heard half of my voice, and they said, "Never mind. We'll call you tomorrow."
Yep. By the way, it wasn't the freshman 15; it was the freshman yes.
Yes.
The freshman what? I couldn't hear that.
The freshman yes.
Yeah.
The freshman yes.
Yes.
Because I saw and ate nearly everything. Because as long as you have, the rule was, as long as you have an ID and it works, have at it.
Here's the story. I once saw the training tables at Drake's football team and what they had to eat. And I knew the director of food services, and I said to her, you know, those portions are just damn huge. Can I get something like that? And she's like, "Oh, Allison. Oh, Allie. No. You have to understand, this is a regimented diet specifically designed for the football team." Like,
yes.
Why don't they win more games? It's
right.
Been there, done that.
Same here.
Yeah.
I've seen the training tables for different sports.
Mm-hmm.
I've also seen Allie can confirm this. I've also seen the training tables for the media that they put out there.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are good. Mostly,
they are very good.
Yeah,
I tell you this one. I had to drive to University of Northern Iowa for a Chicago State game at Northern
Cedar
Iowa.
Rapids.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Best friend lives there. Hi, Jeanette.
I'm like, how am I going to get there? This is when you printed out maps. This is when you printed out maps.
Yeah.
I'm driving, and a friend of mine before I left said, "Just look for the Unidome. You'll be in the area." And doggone it if I didn't see it. I was in the area.
Yep.
And I got there. I got into the student center because someone let me into the student center because the McLeod Center floor was not that far away. What do you think I did when I finally sat down? I went to sleep. I knocked out.
Good.
I knocked out. and Dietz will enjoy this one. I didn't hear a thing until the then voice of the University of Northern Iowa and the great Gary Rima said, and I quote, "I'm looking for the voice of Chicago State basketball." And I sat straight up. I straightened up my tie, and I walked up to him and I said, "You're looking at him." He and I have been friends ever since.
I love that.
And then the food came out. And when I say the food came out, there were subs that were like that. And those are the small ones. I'm not going to mention, and Allie knows this from covering the sky with me, I'm not going to mention how much pizza they put out there. Yeah. I'm not going to mention how much caffeine they put out there.
I mean, enough.
They stacked the caffeine on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the sugar table.
Yeah.
If anybody has worked a game, you know what the sugar table is. And the sugar table lasts until the end of halftime. Because there will be people snatching everything off of the sugar table before the second half of the game.
That's so crazy.
Lord knows we've done that.
Yes.
Allison Moran with us on this fabulous Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Well, talking training tables for the media and also talking WNBA and its worst nightmare possibly happening.
You're talking about the transgender issues at this point, which they have not addressed. Yes, nope. you have up to 4 individuals, 4 washed up male NBA players declaring for the 2027 WNBA draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
Allie, I don't know if you saw the show last week.
I did not. I'm sorry.
I made my pitch to the WNBA. What? Hire me as your spokesperson.
Oh,
because
I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Let me do it again. Dietz, floor is yours.
All the WNBA, all you need to say is walk up to the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We just had a meeting, and I just want to let you know, Enes Kanter, you are an idiot. Go away. You and the rest of your ilk, you are not joining our league. You guys are retarded. Go away. Yep. We don't need you.
Exactly.
That's all the WNBA has to say is these people are dumb. They're not joining our league. End of story. End of discussion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And for some reason, they can't say those words. They cannot say the words.
They're too cowardly to say those words.
I just don't understand why they can't get it through their head. Just tell these people you are
this
not.
Is a women's league.
You are not joining our league. You're not. It boggles my mind. They've had.
Get me back on.
They have had 3.
Here we go.
3 separate meetings.
Yep.
About how to deal with this issue. There's no dealing with the issue. You come out and say, this is a sport. This is a women's basketball sport. That's what it's for. And all these men that want to apply, get out.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Let me just,
and this whole issue is put to bed.
Dietz, here's the deal, though. There is no further definition of the woman except to say in the latest collective bargaining agreement that only players who are women are eligible to play in the WNBA. Now, it doesn't say that they are transgendered into it. It doesn't say that they do not define a woman as, having any biological set of attributes. So the thing is that technically Enes Kanter, as much as I do not wish him to do this, he has, I believe that him, Royce White, name I can say
Royce
really,
White.
yeah, Royce White, both said that they identify as women. Okay, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence that they identify at all as women, except for saying so? Now, that makes a mockery of what a woman is and what a transgender woman is. Do they feel these feelings? Do they, do all feminine things? I haven't seen any evidence of that. And I would like to know if indeed they'd even thought through any of this. It's ridiculous. Now, they both denied.
You want to know how much thought they put into this? About a pitcher of beer.
No.
That sounds about right.
No. That's short.
Yeah.
That's short.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much thought they put into this?
That's just not true. They have put a lot of thought into this.
Do you think so? I mean, really, Dietz? I don't.
They are actively making a mockery of the WNBA. And the WNBA, the thing is, the WNBA, they do not have the, as my football coach used to say, the intestinal fortitude to stand up for themselves and say that we're not entertaining this garbage from these idiots.
Right.
Yeah. That's what needs to be said. That's the league needs to say. We're not entertaining these people. These people, we're not even dealing with them. We're going to deal with the issues that we're going to present. And they need to come out and formally say, this is what our league stands for. These are the people this is how you join our league. And this is how you go through it. And if they want to say, hey, if they want to go the Olympic route of biological women or all the other sports leagues that have done this,
right?
They can go. That's the easy way to do it. But the easiest way to do this is just shoot them down right away, tap them take them out at the knees, and move on, and start the process of saying, this is how these are the steps a transgendered person needs to do before they are put into our league, because our league is for women, and you need to say that outright.
They got to be specific. They got to be specific. They absolutely, and Dietz, you're absolutely. They have to be absolutely specific on the requirements. Dietz uses a word all the time in college football. What are the requirements? I know requirements is not the word.
Criteria. What is the
That's
criteria?
the word I'm looking for.
Criteria.
The criteria is that,
and certainly that can be discussed and that can be drawn out to this. These are the steps that need to be taken. These are what we need. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not transgendered. I know 2 transgendered people, and they don't play sports, so none of this matters to them. So I'm not gonna go bother them and say, hey, how did you do it, and what did you do? Like to yours. So I don't know what those steps are. But there are clear steps that can be followed. And the WNBA needs to stop worrying
They need to identify them.
About what their perception's going to be online, what the people in one fringe campaign are going to say, because as I've been saying over and over again, the 95% of people do not give a crap about any of this. They don't care. They do not care. You need to come out and state this is how you do it. This is what you do, and if someone follows those, great, good for them. They can be in the league. But if you haven't gone through them, get out. Leave us alone.
Can I break in here?
Go ahead.
Okay, so right now, what Kathy Engelbert did, what she has done so far, is she created a task force of WNBA team presidents and general managers. They're convening a meeting to discuss about this, and so the conversation is going to be ongoing, I think, for a while, as demonstrations have broken out on both sides, particularly at Indiana Fever games, because of what Sophie Cunningham said. And
meanwhile, Sophie's gear is selling out like crazy because of it.
Yeah. Well, she found the way.
Meanwhile, the league wants to trash Sophie Cunningham for saying, keep women's basketball the women in women's basketball, please."
Right.
That's all she said. That's all she said.
Now I get it. I get all of that, and I've had plenty of discussions with people on both sides of of this issue, and you know where my sentiments lie is it needs to be after the transition, when the muscles are softened, when they compete as women. Where they are women.
And it's got to be a period of time.
Yes.
It's got to be a period of time where they played as women.
Yes.
I would even say if I'm the WNBA.
Dietz, someone else is talking.
I think Dog was saying something. Dog, your thoughts?
We've already got this figured out. I mean, we don't need a damn task force. All we need to do is go down to Lower East Side, grab some sandwiches, tell all these people exactly what our plan is, and hey, by the way, your problem's solved.
That's it.
What a great idea. Anything?
The WNBA doesn't even have to come up with an answer. All they have to say is you have to have competed as a woman in another sanctioned league. And then they don't have to deal with it. And then they don't have to deal with it. You have to deal with you have to have played as a woman in the NCAA. You would have had to play, in some league overseas or
overseas,
some other. You completely wash your hands of it and say it's somebody else's problem now. I mean, that's an easy fix right there.
Define the easy fix is define what you want to define. Define if you're making the transition, as Ali says, and to piggyback off what Dietz says, you have to have competed as a woman in a sanctioned league, and I say give it at least 2 years.
Yes,
because there's a lot of training involved for 2 years. There's a lot of different training involved for 2 years, and you allow those 2 years to see if they can get used to it.
Yeah, but I think it's a great idea.
The problem is what Ali just brought up is that this is going to take. This is taking to put all these committees together, to have all these meetings. It's taking time.
Yes, and they don't have time.
Time is not on your side here.
No,
time is only going to make this worse. And I brought this up last week, but there was a VTuber who came out and basically said exactly what I said the WNBA should just say, women are women. Let this be for women. And trans people, they need to have a process to become a woman. They can't and she got maligned. She got canceled by one of her sponsors. And guess what? That sponsor is out of business now.
Yep.
Because all of her fans jumped ship, and she went from 700 subscribers to over 1,000 in a week.
Wow, that's great.
This is why I'm saying, if the WNBA keeps going along and keeps prolonging this, they're not going to see any.
And to be honest,
none of this helps them. It's just going to hurt them.
And to be honest, they've prolonged this for entirely too long.
This has been part of the issue that has gone on for at least 3 years, if not more.
If not longer.
Yeah.
If not longer.
Yeah. I mean, there have been non-binary athletes. There was Laisha Clarendon and trying to think of the other one, A.D. Doer. They have both played in the WNBA, but they were also born female. But they just did not, so their skills were probably commensurate. And not transitioning in the way that what we're talking about right now. But there have been no known transgender women ever playing in the WNBA. However, at this point, also, you have more kids in this generation coming out as non-binary or transgender. And so what there needs to be an accommodation for the future. I was very surprised when they didn't have this in the CBA, given the controversy that's been surrounding this for a few years now. And it was shocking. You can identify all you want to as a woman, and I know there's been some crazy stuff like at the Olympics, particularly in the Berlin Olympics in 1936, when it was rumored that a couple of the track guys grew their hair long and competed as women. And you really couldn't tell because they had soft features, so they could have gone either way. But it is, to me, this is an issue that is, like we've said, so long overdue for actual clarification from somebody who is qualified to talk about it. Kathy Engelbert is the money person. She will never be warm and fuzzy on issues like this.
She never will. You just said it. She never will be. This should have been nipped in the bud a long time ago.
Yes,
because you should have anticipated. If you've
been talking about, Snowman, we have talked about this over and over and over again on this show. This is the problem of there's an issue. Somebody says, "Hey, what if this happens? What if X happens?" Oh, that's crazy. That'll never happen.
Right.
What happens 3 years down the road? X happens, and nobody is prepared for what's coming.
And they're definitely not prepared
for years.
And they're definitely not prepared for this. This has been, as Ali pointed out, staring them in the face for the longest time. And Dietz, you said it also. The wildest what if, as far as the WNBA goes, is happening right now. It's being challenged. The craziest what if of what ifs with the W is being challenged right now, and they are not prepared to do anything about it at all. And it's going to turn it upside down. Well, what am I talking about? It's already up. It's already upside down. It's going to flip it sideways.
Look at the way we're talking about it. We've got Enos Cantor Freedom and Royce White taking advantage of that gray spot in the WNBA, and really, for all intents and purposes, they're making a mockery out of the W. And Kathy Engelbert and the team should not have allowed such a thing to happen.
Exactly.
It should have and I didn't read word one about anything that Kathy Engelbert has done to directly address their remarks about women. About these, they now identify as female. And like we said,
well, we know the reason. Hold on, Dietz. Well, we know the reason for that.
They won't deal with it.
They
won't deal with it in their own statement. In their statement the other day, last week, they said in their statement, we're more concerned about our players being harassed online. This is what they're focused on.
They're not
focused on this. They're focused on online trolls.
Trolls.
You have to balance. They know better. They should not be focusing so hard on one issue that the other plates start dropping as they're spinning. Right? It's so difficult to watch that because we all love this league. We all are rejoicing in its growth and the interest, and it's the reason why you have me on is to talk about it. I mean, if there was nothing worth talking about, we wouldn't be here, right? So it matters. It matters for the future. It matters to the kids who are coming up now who want to have real role models in the sport. I know that every player I ever introduced my kid to was somebody that they looked up to and admired. And it helped them to clarify who they were. My kid, they because they understood the players. They had an innate understanding of who those players were and how much they impacted her. And she learned. I should say, my kid is non-binary. She learned to fight. They learned to fight as a result of having these role models. And they were around when Elena Della was part of the Sky, and they met Sylvia Fowles. These individuals made a difference personally because they were willing to come and talk to Lev and become, an influence in their life. And I could not believe how much Lev carries that today as they're doing their own, deciding on what their future is going to be. They're 21 years old.
Same with my daughter Sonia. And her biggest role model is
that's a greater discussion, Alex, of this league and their promotion. You always hear about this league and we're an inspiration to girls and we're an inspiration to girls. Why aren't you trying to be an inspiration to boys? Why aren't you trying to be an inspiration to all children?
There you go.
Play basketball.
And what's interesting?
I went to basketball camp for years, and you want to know who Nikisha Sales was one of the greatest people I've ever met. When I was a kid playing basketball, she was one of my coaches.
That's awesome.
And that's what really gets me about this league. They're so focused on, we need to be the inspiration for girls. No, you need to be the inspiration
for everybody.
Be
the inspiration for children.
Yeah.
Because
Children everywhere.
I've talked to so many kids that are big fans of Caitlin Clark now, and I talked to kids in the past that were big fans of Elena Deladon, as you said, Allie, and Sylvia Fowles and Courtney Vandersloot. And every Kids Day that we did at the Rosemont Horizon, A, was sold out, and B, was louder than hell.
Yep. Even in the days when most WNBA teams were averaging about 3,000.
Yep.
With the season ticket holders.
I mean, Chicago actually set that stand. Well, the Sparks set the standard first because they were selling out the Forum, and then the Liberty followed. The three teams that set the standard as far as attendance goes in their arena: the Houston Comets, the New York Liberty, and the Los Angeles Sparks. The Sparks were selling out the Forum, Liberty was selling out MSG, and the Comets were selling out the old Summit in Houston. Then the Chicago Sky came along in 2014 and introduced Kids Day, and on days where teams played in the evening and they were barely drawing 6,000 to 7,000, we had 18,500 at the Rosemont Horizon, and they were all kids, and they were loving it.
Yeah,
boys and girls. We got to get the heck out of here because Jody's yelling at me in my ear. I know, honey, I know, but this is a conversation we have got to continue. And
yeah, for sure. I was gonna say before we went, there was one last note, and it's on attendance. Allie, any thoughts about the fact that Georgia and James Madison setting the record for women's soccer, overall soccer in college, for an attendance at 25,000 in the hedges?
I think that's fabulous.
Beautiful.
It's about time. That's what I say.
Yeah,
I want to see
25K in the hedges.
I love it.
I want to see what Nebraska. I want to see them do what Nebraska did for a volleyball match.
Yes.
When they took it to
in the
Memorial
football stadium. Yeah.
92,000 fans yelling their brains out.
They need to do that.
What I want. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see basketball. I can't wait to see women's basketball teams host their games in college football stadiums, as long as the weather cooperates, of course.
Yeah.
And just blow it sideways. I cannot wait for that. Allison Moran joining us as she does every single Friday. Man, this being National Radio Week, and I'll repeat what Dog said. You are an absolute joy to have each and every week. The craziness, the laughter, the serious discussions we always have. Allie, you are a treasure to me and to this show, and we absolutely love you. And we'll see you next week, my dear.
Too. Love you all. Love our listeners. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thanks, Allie.
Now, before we get out of here, there is some breaking news. Stupid University is adding a new class, Business Practice 101, taught by Kathy Engelbert, Associate Professor Vince McMahon.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Now we can get out of here.
I let this cat out of the bag in the pre-show meeting. I'll let it out here. Beginning September 8th, we will join Under the Hood with J Hood's network. So yeah,
Nice.
we're growing. And to those of you who say we don't grow, watch this. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. Take a look at us. You can do it too. So long, everybody.
Yep.
Too bad you'll never see the Bruins in that closing collage. So long, everybody.
LeBron.